Hey, this is Dan.
Bob.
And Dr. Aggro.
From GigaBoots.com. And welcome to GigaBoots podcast number 36. No, I didn't.
There's no Dragon Quest this week.
There's
that's
no-
what the title is.
Let's name it Dargon Quest 8. Yeah, I didn't even think about doing the Dragon Quest this week. I don't know. I got shit going on. We will continue the adventures of Lord Gigabutt next week. But for now, it is just going to be our voices and the news and talking about what we've been playing. And speaking of which, Aggro, what have you been playing?
I got the Ratchet and Clank collection for the Vita.
One of our fans actually asked me if it was a good port because they were burned by other Vita ports. How was that port?
There's some input delay, noticeable especially when you're doing the platforming segments.
Yeah.
There are some sound effects missing.
Missing?
Well, I mean, they just don't happen sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
they'll just
weird.
not
That's a little
happen.
weird.
Yeah, it is.
Does it run okay? It's not...
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not you.
I'm not a monster.
So I won't go there and like, oh my god, it's 26, those fuckers.
They fucked it!
I'm having a hard time on this playthrough trying to extricate things that are, oh man, this is wrong with this port, and oh man, I have overlaid the functionality of later Ratchet and Clank games onto my memories of 1.
Yeah, I did that myself when I got the collection on PS3. I went back and played one, and I'm like, I thought you were 3. Like, mechanics-wise.
Yeah.
You thought they were all the same level of mechanics.
I have to wonder if that new remake they're doing for a PS4 is going to add those mechanics in, or if it's going to be...
I would hope so, because at this point, if you release an action platformer where you can't strafe, I think in 2014 that's just morally wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I guess when it's all based on shooting, that would be pretty raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like playing through it. I'm like, oh man, you can see where Ratchet and Clank evolves out of this and where everything comes from. But man, like not being able to run backwards and shoot at enemies is dumb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty...
because
Wow.
of and because of the slight input lag, doing the whole run forward, hold R, pull back on the stick, and jump to backflip away just doesn't work as well as it should.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that stinks.
Yeah.
Uh
I mean, the sticks in the Vita
So,
are
you-
okay for this,
huh.
but it's Ratchet and Clank, so there are a lot of segments where it's like, walk this serpentine, narrow-ass path.
Platform. Yeah.
And that's slow going.
Yeah.
So another Vita port done great.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Absolutely. So what else have you been playing?
Well, I'm downloading a shit ton of things right now.
Because of PlayStation Plus?
Yes, this month is amazing. It's Rogue Legacy, Road Less Taken, Metrico, Dragon's Crown, and something else.
It's not Rogue Legacy.
Not Rogue Legacy?
No, it's
I thought I saw that on the list.
Road. What was it? Road Not Taken.
Yeah, Road
Yeah,
Not
Road
Taken.
Not-
Road Not Taken on the PS4. Is it only Road Not Taken? Because PS3 and Vita
No,
get
Metrocity.
Dragon's Crown. Metrico.
No, Metrico is Vita. Never mind.
Yeah, Metrico's Vita. I just keep complaining it's not on PS4 because
All right.
I want to do
Fez.
something based on Fez.
There we go. And that's on everything.
Yeah, that's on all 3. Metrico's Vita. Dragon's Crown is on PS3 and Vita. Winner out of this list, Dragon's Crown. Go get Dragon's Crown. Metrico is neat for a few minutes.
Yeah.
The Road
That's
Not
what I
Taken
mean.
isn't.
That's
It's not?
okay. So,
The art's nice.
that game has nice art, and its story is a little strange, and its universe is odd, but not in an overly weird way. It's just you're this fucking faceless creature in a hood, a dark creature in a hood.
Right.
And you come to this village, and they're just like, our children are lost in the forest. Go save them. And in the first level, you save them all. And then the second chapter starts, and they give you a house for saving all their children.
Okay.
They just have a house to give you. So in
Yeah.
any case, level 2 goes, and halfway through getting all the children, they're like, you've gotten enough children. If you want to leave now, you can, but don't look the parents in the eye. And I'm just like, what the
Yes!
fuck are we playing?
I'm so glad I picked that one to download first.
To describe it mechanically, it's some weird top-down view, 2D, sort of physical space-based puzzle game where you have a button that picks up everything in an adjacent square, and You pick them up, and then you need to move them around, and you can't just place them back down. You toss them out in every direction. So you're supposed to put the children next to the parents, so that way they match up, and then they leave. And you need to match trees next to trees.
Right.
It's a very
For
strange
tree
puzzle
purposes.
game. Yeah, of course. You can't have a tree by itself. That's weird.
No,
I was just watching Bob
lone
play it
tree.
last night. I was fucking tired as shit because we got done with the GigaBoots podcast in like 3 hours of Smash. And
so necessary.
absolutely and exhausting, let me tell you. Because fucking Eric plays as DDD in Project M, and fucking that down B hammer is insane now. But yeah, no, it was just strange. Bob hated it.
Yeah, it was.
Bob,
The
why
way-
do you hate everything interesting?
The way the puzzles work, where you're forced to toss everything out, was just infuriating. It's like,
Sometimes you just gotta throw things away, Bob. Just gotta throw it all away.
See, in order to make a puzzle game, they made it so you can't put it back down, so that way it's harder to wrap your head around it. Simultaneously, Bob fucking hates the game because that's goddamn annoying to him and he can't wrap his head around it. And I watch him not do it. So, I don't know that there's any real, like, go out and play, but it's free, so why the fuck not? I don't know.
Right.
Like, it's obvious why it's free, too. Like, you boot it up and you start playing, and it's just like, what are you?
some things are really clunky.
How
Like,
do you even make an ad out of this?
you like talk to some random person in town and it starts playing the
No,
credits.
it's a band. There's just a band sitting on a stage. It's 3 dudes with weird, like, Swedish fucking instruments, like polka band sort of shit on stage. And you talk to them. Yeah, I know, I'm great. I'm a great human being. So you talk to them. And the credits roll. But then the credits start off with a road taken. And then it says the name of the... And it's just like, what? That's not the
I am
name of...
super down for this.
So you want to do a quick play after this podcast?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll have a quick play up later this week, I guess. What else? What else have you been playing other than downloading and Ratchet and Clank?
Do a lot of downloading.
Have you played any Rogue Legacy?
No, I have
Okay.
not played that yet.
We're gonna have a review up later this week. Hopefully not too long from now. All the audio recording and stuff is done. I think there's only one more note I need to add.
I did check out the PlayStation Now beta.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting feature. Since I live in Valpy, I am not allowed to stream games because my internet is a
Garbage.
shitty monopoly imposed by my city.
Yes.
So how'd the beta go?
It's great. I got to try out features such as
Look.
the internet connection test and the failed connection test screen.
Wow.
It's like, you can
Exciting.
improve your bandwidth by turning off other devices that are using Wi-Fi. I'm like, look, PlayStation Now, you are handing me a bucket on the Titanic here. This is not gonna help.
The thing is split in two.
That's great.
We are on the back half with the band, man.
So, yeah.
Where'd you even get these buckets?
What
The
was
ship's
it?
been sinking for an hour.
I think it was Monday or over the weekend, John Tron tried out PlayStation Now service. He's like, $4 to rent a game for 3 hours? What the fuck is this, 1990s hotel? Where the hell am I? This is retarded. And then he used the R word.
Yes, and the triggering started.
And the internet exploded. It was great.
Huh.
It was a very amusing interview he did shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob, is that everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Bob, what have you been playing?
I played A Road Not Taken.
How'd that go?
I don't think we covered it yet, so let's just get right into it.
Okay. What's that game like?
I don't even.
How do you describe that? It's a puzzle game, I guess? You're a wizard who has a highly limited ability to pick things up. Your spell is picking things
All of
up.
these sound awesome to me. It's a puzzle game, kind of, where you play a wizard. I don't... What the fuck is your problem, Bob?
You can befriend people by sharing stuff with them. Like you collect rabbits, coins, and berries,
Right. The basis of any medieval economy.
of course. And yeah, you click the share with button, but that you'd think it'd be like you'd get to select how many berries you give away. No, he just straight up gives half of them, no matter what.
Right.
So if you have 10, he gives away 5, and then
Well, yeah, that's fair, because there are 2 of you.
But they seem to like it just as much as when you only have 2 and you give them 1.
Yeah, it's called an economy of scale, Bob.
It's really frustrating.
Maybe you didn't grow up as Christian as I did, but this is how this works.
Yeah, that is.
It's not the dollar value; it's the percentage that's important.
All right.
Bob 2% McGee over here. Jeez.
Anyway, what else? I got to play more Fire Emblem and Sengoku Bastra like every week.
Cool.
Just slightly more. I still haven't unlocked all the abilities for a single character in Sengoku Bastra, and I feel really bad about that.
I thought you were going to say Fire Emblem. I'm like, last week you said you shouldn't even be doing that.
Oh yeah, no. In Fire Emblem, you should not. You probably should not try and unlock every ability for a single character. They can only equip 5 at once, and that would require maxing out every class.
Yeah. So don't. What else have you been playing?
I don't know.
I've been playing weird shit that came from the internet.
Right.
I don't know about you.
That was years of my life lost on Newgrounds.
Now it's years of my life lost on Steam.
Yeah, I guess there's really not been much else. It's just been playing stuff for the site and playing that. So
You got The Last of Us remastered.
I did. I guess I played a little bit of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice looking. The photo mode is the best part of that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like by far.
Absolutely. We have a capture card.
So is
but-
that just where we're going these days with games?
yeah.
Photo mode?
I hope. I mean,
I'm totally
if
down
the
for it.
goal, if PlayStation's role in this next generation is to have a much better platform and have the sort of engineering and technical prowess to make that shine, then photo mode is absolutely what they should be doing for as many titles as they can. Because it makes sense, like Infamous Second Son being the prettiest next-gen game till now, because Destiny's not out.
Are you sure Destiny's not out? Because I have this enormous gaping hole in my heart,
Yeah.
and it seems to be Destiny-shaped.
Oh, that's strange. No, it's not out.
And that's with all openings in one's heart that are not naturally there.
Yeah.
Time is a factor.
Well, it's going to be another month.
So I am suddenly faced with my own mortality.
Wow, yeah, like almost, pretty much exactly a month. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Now, I'm not keeping super fine-grained track of that. I'm not thinking about how many meals I'll skip to afford it. No. Actually, I'll just pick up more editing shit. I'm good. No, guys, we need 5,000 subscribers by the end of this month or I won't be able to buy Destiny. So subscribe twice.
And then I'll kill myself.
And then I'll kill myself. Wow, I'm the worst girlfriend. I'm not just threatening to kill myself. I'm blackmailing you for subscribers. That's the top level shit right there. That's the top level Danger Beast girlfriend.
Usually when you're blackmailing, it's do it or I'll kill myself. You have begged for subscribers and then are going to kill yourself.
Yeah, but not intentionally. See, Destiny will make me stop thinking about food.
Right.
And I'll starve to death. And that's really not a good road to go down, but it's the path I've chosen.
When was the last time you ate? Peter Dinklage is counting on me.
Moon! Wizard! Man. Okay, so what I've been playing. We did a What Indie Hell for a game called Dark Scavenger. That's going to be up about the same time as this podcast. It is a fucking strange as shit RPG for PC, where you're floating through space and a space demon just appears that is a deity of some sort and tells you he'll consume you so you can become something greater than eternity and more complex.
It's kind of how Voltron starts.
And then you punch him a lot.
Yeah, of
course.
We're right on track.
And
With your bare hands, mind you.
And he throws you into a black hole.
And splits you into 5 lines.
No.
Okay.
He does 14 damage, which isn't actually a whole lot. Apparently, you're pretty cool.
Seriously.
So that game's incredible. I just got a game on Steam this morning called Rocket Rex. I'm checking that out. It might be all right. I like the visual style. It looks different than most of what's out there, which is nice.
It's just Rocket Knight with a T-Rex skin, isn't it?
Shit. No.
I should have noticed that.
After other
Still
games,
had a raccoon tail.
after other games we've reviewed recently, you kind of do expect that we got a Rocket Knight fan game after that. But no. What else have I been playing? Eric has been playing even more Batman.
He's showing us stuff from that. That is
Classy?
Wow.
Is classy the right word? It is it is everything that was bad about every last gen AAA title combined into one shitty game. It is like Batman Stars and Mirror of Fate.
Which Batman is this?
It's Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Blackgate.
Oh God, yeah.
The Vita one.
We're down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. So it is very Mirror of Fate. Like, it's just a small game. It doesn't look that impressive. That's mimicking a AAA console game and has all the problems of doing that. What else have I been playing? I'm going to be playing some more Dragon's Crown because we might review it because I played 80 plus hours of that game on my Vita and I have a problem, so I want to play more.
I downloaded all of those PlayStation Plus games and haven't had to touch any Road Not Taken yet.
You
Good
downloaded
choice.
all of them? Yeah?
Yeah.
Must be nice,
It is.
Yeah.
You should bring your Vita over here, more
bastards, with your real internet.
that we keep hitting the cap on.
I got up at 5 a.m. because that's when the best internet is to do that bandwidth test. I didn't cry, Dan. I want you to know I didn't cry.
I'm proud.
I'm gonna show up at your brother's house and hope he doesn't notice me. Like, who the fuck is on my Wi-Fi? I'm just in the guest room. What's going on? Are we at the pants optional phase of our friendship? I wasn't clear.
This isn't in the book, so I don't.
I figure, I dare do all that may become a man. I take a lot of life and friendship advice from Macbeth.
Yeah?
None of it's worked out well so far.
Absolutely not. Shakespeare did not have many friends.
Man, Shakespeare his characters were all bad at everything.
Yeah. They're all Shinjis.
God damn it. Romeo and Juliet, man.
Yeah.
It's the greatest love story ever. No. It's a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old who know each other for a couple of weeks, and it results in the deaths of 14 people.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Damn.
Damn. Shit.
Check for a pulse, bitch. Stop crying and check for it. She drank it. She drank the poison. God damn it.
Yep.
Yup.
So I guess next we'll talk about news. So Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition was announced for October. Anyone care?
I get the feeling somebody really cares, but they're just being a hipster.
Yeah, actually, right on both counts. I know that people care about Sleeping Dogs, and they're kind of being hipstery.
Like, I remember when that game was being made, it was like, oh yeah, Sleeping Dogs, and then it disappeared until I started hearing like, oh man, what happened to that game?
What was it? We did that quick play. We did that quick play forever ago.
Right.
I'm interested in checking out the new version. I'm not interested in buying it. It's just, I don't know. That game wasn't.
It was pretty much just a plain open world game that had the Batman combat system.
I think
that
it
was
sort of
it.
suffers from the
Wow.
same problem that Watch Dogs does.
they're-
Of like, they both reek of that really old like time when GTA came out and a bunch of GTA clones came out. Like they don't do enough to really.
Yeah, they just come off as GTA clones.
Yeah, it
Was
it's
jarring
sad.
the first time I saw it. It was our quick play of Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was the first time I'd really seen footage of it, just extended gameplay. So I'm watching, I'm like, oh God, no, it's a fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't. I feel like that game really wasn't meant to be that. That's where we had it out.
At least the guys who were making it didn't think so.
So, have you guys heard about The Expendabros, which is a Broforce tie-in with the movie The Expendables 3? It's got all the characters.
Yeah, you were showing us the trailer
So
for
this
that
is
earlier.
this is a licensed tie-in.
Yeah, that's free to play on Steam right now.
Is this the best licensed game since Battle for Middle Earth?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's the best licensed game.
Oh
Oh my!
I have to say, I'm really impressed that like whoever does the publicity for the Expendables movie actually knew what Broforce was.
I think
And
it was
they-
probably the other way around. I imagined Devolver Digital just like
just called them out
Expendables
for
is
it.
basically our game. Do you guys want to?
Because that is pitch fucking perfect.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like you wouldn't think about it until you saw it, and you're like, "There's no other way the universe could have existed other than this." Of course, of course.
Yeah, I think it's pretty great.
So
Free to play on Steam right now. So
It's
go
like
check
the
it out.
irony inverted upon itself. I don't even know what stratum of sarcasm we're at.
So the Shovel Knight developer, Yacht Club Games, actually announced that they didn't have anywhere near enough money to finish the game. So for the last 5 months of development, they weren't paying any of the staff, and it was insanely hard for them to get by. But now that the game's come out, it totally worked out for them. It sold pretty good numbers, and they did more than breaking even. They have enough money to cover them for a while.
Okay.
So they announced this, and it was really harsh for them to deal with and stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, it's always brutal to hear a story about these game developers who they got it on a personal level. They're a lot of the staff, because of how harsh this got, we were in checkout lines checking out with credit cards and getting denied at the counter by cashiers. That's how bad it got for a lot of staff. What was it? Vert didn't take pay. He's the composer.
Yeah.
He didn't take pay for the soundtrack until after the game came out, just so they could afford to pay the other people.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's always harsh to hear stuff like that, especially with the Crytek stuff recently with Crytek UK, I believe is their name.
Right. Yeah, I think
Not
that's
getting
right.
paid while they were working on Homefront and hadn't been paid for months. And then I saw a tweet from a certain Steven Doduro that said, as a newcomer to the game industry, it's surprising how expensive it is to make a game that's only marginally more advanced than what we made. Steven Doduro is the guy who made Freedom Planet, and that tweet pissed me the fuck off. That is not how you respond to a situation like that ever.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, so I just wanted to get that off my chest here because
Wow.
that is completely unacceptable to just be like, wow, how shocking. Your game's so expensive. Ours is basically the same quality.
Damn, man.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect a whole lot of high-level social tact from a Sonic fan. But, Christ, bro.
So the article goes into a bit more depth about here's how much money we got from Kickstarter, here's how much money we should have had for this game, and how much money we should have had for this game was something like 1.2 million.
How much did they get from Kickstarter?
300,000 something.
Huh.
So they pointed out this is what would have been correct and ideal, and this is how much we actually ended up paying people.
These weren't those guys that lost their game halfway through, were they?
No.
Who was that?
I don't know. I remember hearing a story like that, but I don't remember.
I feel like they're finally getting that back on track. They're either they have basically finished it or they're almost there.
But yeah, Yacht Club Game is the guys who used to work for, what was it?
WayForward.
WayForward,
Yeah,
okay.
they're a spin-off from WayForward where a bunch of developers over there just wanted to get completely out of making licensed stuff and just aim straight for what they like about old school games.
Right.
Because if you look at WayForward games, you can see a lot of not only old school homages and inspirations, but from what I hear, one of the Adventure Time games on the 3DS is basically Zelda 2, straight up.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's awful or brilliant.
My opinion has always been, as it was with Freedom Planet as well, I don't care how derivative it is as long as it's fucking good. You just make a really good product, I don't fucking care.
I think
It's only
Aggro
when-
here is more questioning if Zelda 2 was good. Maybe I'm wrong.
One moment. Bob, I'm gonna need you to step out of this conversation now. Aggro,
Yeah.
are you saying that? I want you to think very carefully. You are treading on mighty thin ice.
Now, Dan, I know that you really like Zelda 2.
That is not the beginning to your sentence.
A little bit, but listen to the end. I was actually speaking purely thematically, whether or not making a Zelda 2 clone into an Adventure Time game is funny or not.
Okay, I'm perfectly okay with that. Hey, Bob, welcome back to the conversation.
Hey.
His sword looked like a dick. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, who? His fins or his flinks?
Yes, and moving on. Yeah, so, okay, Resident Evil is getting remastered for the PS3, PS4, Xbox One, 360, and PC, and it's based off of the Resident Evil remake for the GameCube.
I hear you can play without tank controls.
So that way you push a stick in a direction, the guy goes that direction. I don't know if that's
God, what
good.
It sounds so novel. Like, I remember the first time I played it. It was on your PS3
Yeah.
while you were out
yeah.
shopping.
Yeah.
Like, I call you up. I'm like, why is she a tank? Like every 5-10 minutes, I call back up. What the fuck is wrong with this game? Because I'm like, it's Resident Evil. I'm gonna buckle in for the horror game tour de force that I've always heard about. What the fuck is this? What the Jibble sandwich?
Yeah. That's why it was so amazing when Devil May Cry came out and you could move in all directions.
And it wasn't a horror game.
And it wasn't
Incredible. But Onimusha came out around the same time, still tank controls.
right?
What the fuck?
Well, actually, that was like a year before. Pretty sure, because it launched with the PS2, and Devil May Cry was about a year after that.
It didn't launch with the PS2. It came out after launch.
Okay. It was pretty close. Pretty close.
Don't you fucking... Did you have a PS2
I
at launch?
didn't. I really
maybe
want
shut the
one.
fuck up.
Because they advertised
Onimusha did not come out
Onimusha.
before The Bouncer. The Bouncer came out in January, and it hurt. It was like,
Okay.
hey, Square Enix, pretty graphics, cool designs, here you go. And we're like, that game was 3 hours long.
Man, remember when Japanese companies released games for the next-gen systems?
No.
How crazy.
That was too long ago now.
Sometimes I really wish I wasn't part of like the 4 friends groups in the continental United States that remember the Bouncer.
Everybody remembers the Bouncer. I mean, he still stars in games.
The guy, I think the first time,
Yeah.
the first time I saw the Bouncer was when I'm like, they're all saying he's who? And you guys, yeah, you know, this guy, the guy from the Bouncer. I'm like, the fuck is the Bouncer? And you both looked at me. And I'm like, oh, I fucked up, didn't I?
They're gonna make me play some awful game, and then we made him play some awful game.
He booted up, I'm like, holy shit, he is that guy from the Bouncer.
That's so sad.
Man,
Why did they turn him into a Disney character?
when are we getting the Bouncer 2?
Right?
When are they going to learn that they can just make that game and not have those stupid pressure-sensitive controls and it'll be fun?
Yeah, just get, I don't know, Platinum to make a proper brawler. But
How can you properly CQC without pressure-sensitive buttons?
Good point.
Never could interrogate a guard in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Speak.
Every fucking time. I just stopped trying. I don't need information. I'm in Russia. That's all I need to know.
If some dude sees you do that, though, just one, where you demand the guy speaks and you slit his throat, he's not going to get in your way. That guy is going to stay. That guy, oh man, Snake is a little chemically imbalanced. He just demands people confess and then slits their throat like they're capable of doing it after that.
Fucking grow my hair out, put on a trench coat, start, telling people what's written in the Book of Rage. That's how I want to play 3.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to live life. So, Hyrule Warriors lets you play as Ganondorf. They recently showed off in a video, and the community has dubbed him Handsome Dwarf. Have you seen this, man?
I have
Handsome
seen it.
Dwarf. Okay.
Yes. It is glorious.
It is hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, they didn't just announce that, though. They announced you can play as those other 2 villains, Zant and...
But they aren't Handsome Dwarf.
They aren't Handsome
Like,
Dwarf.
I kind of want him to start out in an Iron Knuckle helmet.
Xant
and then you
and
take some
Girahim.
damage and it blows
Yeah.
off and your hair goes in the wind.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
Didn't they pull that for the, that princess you saved in Ocarina of Time? Like, she's in the knight armor. and then
Ruto?
you-
No.
No, the desert princess.
Not a princess. Was she?
Sage, I guess?
Yeah, she turned out to be the Sage of Spirit. But I don't know what she was. She was the one in the different colored outfit.
Right. she
And
was-
from what I've learned of cartoons, that either means she's not evil or in charge.
Oh,
That's the way it works in the clan, anyway.
yeah. What? Wait, the what? Do you have familiar knowledge of...
Okay,
So,
I'm going to say yes, but also no, because I'm like, no, but I also know about a lot of other evil hate organizations. God damn it.
That doesn't help.
It's the KKK, man. They're fucking amazing.
What?
No, they're fucking, look into those guys. Because they're like, we're fucking scary, we're the KKK, but it's a bunch of guys in costumes arguing whether dragons or wizards are better.
So they're LARPing.
Yeah, basically. Because they can't actually lynch people anymore. So they just get up in the costumes and go in the woods and burn crosses and LARP.
That's depressing, is what that is.
It actually gives me a little hope for the future. Because the
That
KKK
they're out there in the
is
forest
just
instead of-
silly now.
Yeah, okay, so...
Neo-Nazis are trying to market to hipsters. The world's getting weird.
See, here's the thing. I always thought about that sort of thing in, like, racist humor as a like, our generation, for at least the part I've experienced, obviously I'm not going to speak for every living being in every city or even outside of this area, but most of the time when a racist thing is said, like, it is understood that, isn't it funny how grossly inaccurate that is? Obviously that's not the case. And it is such that an old white dude I'm related to, that I will not say who it is, Jay from HailsTheOut.com was around, and he said something of that level of, like, all those blacks taking our jobs or something like that. And Jay laughs because he thinks it's a joke.
Right?
And he gets 1.5 haws in before he just goes wide-eyed, terrified. Holy shit, he's serious. This guy's a for real racist.
That's why it's really fun growing up white in the American South. Because, like, we think it's funny, but our parents and grandparents are all still racist.
It's always like reading.
It's like all these damn Mexicans were like, it's like, what? Nothing.
You're right. You clearly have a grasp on the situation here. If it weren't for their differently colored skin, things would be different.
Yeah, these people coming in from a different country who don't speak the language, have no references, no connections, no formal education. They took your job.
Yeah.
Man,
isn't it terrible?
You must have been great at it.
Get over here and eat some mashed potatoes. Is there an Irish dish made from potatoes that are more like typically Irish American than mashed potatoes? Because I keep thinking about it and I'm like, I can't think of anything.
Boxties?
Boxties.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
Boxties is it's mashed potatoes, breaded and fried.
Oh my god, that's the best sounding thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it is.
Can we go make boxties?
Whatever that is, sure.
Yes!
Don't all girls grow up with that traditional Irish rhyme?
Her?
Boxties in the Boxties in the kitchen pot, boxties in the pan. If you cannot make a boxty, you'll never catch a man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. That's why I've heard of it.
Wow.
I was like, okay, that's an alright rhyme. What's a boxty?
Clearly it's a box of tea.
Clearly. So dump it in the harbor. So we got OneechanbaraZ2 Chaos coming to the PS4 this October in the United States of America.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
I was fully planning to import this game because it's just too stupid not to.
I don't even know what that is, but that's like the most Japanese sounding thing I've ever heard. OneechanbaraZ2?
Okay, let me give you just a few nouns and you can work what the game is from them, okay?
Okay.
Bikini.
Right.
Giant sword.
Uh-huh.
Blood.
Uh-huh.
Motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah.
The last game brought here was called Bikini Zombie Slayers.
And it was a wholly accurate title.
Well.
Cowboy hats.
Cowboy hats. I forgot that.
You missed that.
Sorry. That's important. It is.
When are we going to get a new Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball? Because
Never.
those older graphics are just not doing it for me anymore.
Yeah. That bump mapping isn't bump or mapping enough. No, sir.
That one CG intro is just, it's not going to last this many years.
Yeah?
Wow.
Okay, well, in any case, they announced a 3D King of Fighters. I don't know why.
It's a weird announcement
Yeah,
because like people who've never heard of King of Fighters are like, what? And everybody who plays King of Fighters is like, damn it.
Yeah.
Right, because the last two 3D King of Fighters were two of the worst fighting games they've ever made.
Those came out, what was it? One of them came out in 05.
And I guess the other one would be what year after that.
Yeah, 06.
This time
Ugh.
will be different.
It was 8 years ago. I'm sure they've learned a lot about making games since then. How many have they made? 2.
Oh man, no 3D ones either.
Yep.
And they were hiring.
Well, technically-
the way this got announced is they were hiring people that were good at making 3D games. Like that was part of the resume.
But
That's
then if you
strange.
turn in a resume that says you're good at making 3D games, you shouldn't be hired because that's a really vague and shady thing to put
Yeah.
on your resume.
I feel
Look.
like it is in America.
I'm super
Japan's-
good at contract negotiation.
Japan's industry kind of shitty. So I don't know. Have you heard the things they come up with to describe the genres of games?
Oh God.
Like their genres over there are hilariously not genres.
At least they're descriptive of what's going on.
But that's not a genre. That's a description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If two games are gonna play like that, it could become a
Well,
genre.
because I mean, like a lot of their games are like something / hentai game, like tactical fantasy action combat / hentai,
Yeah.
full 3D sandbox mech game / hentai.
At some point, you think they've just removed the / hentai. I bet the person who
Nah, man.
because it's implied. He's like the person who invented the HTTP : / He was like, why the fuck did I make it that long? He did, actually.
Nice.
Or is it : /
Yeah.
It's : /
Yeah. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Remember,
I'm sorry.
basic
sorry.
HTML.
I'm sorry.
Should be
I'm sorry.
/ hentai.
I'm sorry. Is there anywhere around here that serves box tees?
McGuire's not in Destin.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Should go get some box tees. Is there anything you fuckers wanted to talk about? Because I feel like we didn't get everything. We missed a news article you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, what
You're
was
like,
that?
hey, we didn't get...
Oh yeah, that new Assassin's Creed thing.
Yeah, they announced the last gen... What was the phrase I came up with before this?
Something about dirty peasants. I don't know.
Yeah, for fucking peasants. The peasant edition of Assassin's Creed. There was something else involving, like, dirty water or whatever, but...
Okay. So you have this
They're
incredibly
fucking
filthy
runoff
metaphor.
The
What-
runoff Assassin's Creed, where it's this cheap last-gen exclusive Assassin's Creed for the peasants who haven't gotten a PS4 or Xbox One. Because
Huh.
to go all in on the new one, they needed to cover their bases and have an old one. See, no one expected...
what?
No one expected... Publishers. No one expected this last gen to take off at all. That's why there are no fucking games out this year. Like, basically everything got delayed until...
Oh yeah, Evolve
Next
got
year.
delayed
What?
this week.
Evolve
How
got delayed till February. Yeah, no one... Everyone thought the industry was dead.
Oh God, are we still going on these fuckers on websites going console gaming is dead?
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though that was 2 years ago,
Sons of bitches.
games take so long to develop. And those consoles were out so long that interest in the consoles really dried out near the end. Fuck every person who says that the PS3 was fine. They're fucking stupid. Yeah, the interest had drained out, and then all these asshats who were like, console gaming is dead, they believed them. And it takes so long to make video games that there are just no fucking games this year.
This is what you get when you fucking scare the industry with your bullshit.
Yeah. And it's
Wait.
not like they won. Their jobs are wholly dependent on games. Mm-hmm. So they scared people out of making jobs. It's not like you can get a whole lot of money on the internet covering mobile. I know. I like, what was it? We're listed on a site called Video Game Caster now. Mm-hmm. If you click on iOS, there are like 3. We're one of them. One of the 3 YouTubers covering mobile games.
Nice. Mingling at the gallery away.
Yeah, right? I still have that Republic game on my phone. We haven't done anything on that. I haven't played more than 5 minutes, actually.
Yep.
It's a game that's like, hey, give me your full attention. I'm like,
Pro tip.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give it your full attention.
okay.
just sort of like half pay attention to it. And you're like, man, I'm hearing a lot of things, but it's probably great.
MGS4 is a lot better like that, too, especially with Scotch. If you just get a little bit sauce.
Just grow a math teacher mustache, pour some scotch, single malt.
I'm 3/4 there. Are you going to say I'm 4/4 there? Please don't.
No,
It'll
that is
hurt
not
me.
a math teacher
Okay.
mustache.
Okay, but what do you think of as the math teacher mustache? I'm curious.
It's fucking Snake had it in
Right.
front.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what
Okay.
Snake had.
You're almost to an Air Force mustache.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's going to do it for the GigaBoots podcast. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.